Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Kannada for Kids. I hope everybody is doing good. Today I've chosen the third standard Kannada textbook, Savi Kannada, and from that it is the lesson 9, Bhageeratha. On request, I have chosen this lesson number 9, Bhageeratha from class 3 Savi Kannada textbook. Now let's move on to the lesson. Introduction. Bhageeratha is a very well-known mythological character. So this is a story about him. So let's see what the introduction is about. What are they saying in the introduction? ಕಥೆಗಳೆಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇಷ್ಟ. Kathe means story. Okay. So who does not love stories? Everybody loves stories, right? ನೀನು ಹಲವಾರು ಕಥೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿರಬಹುದು. You also must have listened to a number of stories, many stories, isn't it? You all have listened to many stories. ಹಲವಾರು means many. ಅಂತೆಯೇ ಇತರರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿರಬಹುದು. Not only listening, you must have also told stories to many people, right? Itararige means others. You must have told many stories to others as well. ಕಥೆಗಳು ಓದುಗ ಅಥವಾ ಕೇಳುಗರಿಗೆ ಸಂತೋಷದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಚ್ಚರಿಯನ್ನುಂಟು ಮಾಡುತ್ತವೆ. So why do we listen to stories? Why do we tell stories? Because when we listen to stories, it creates lot of happiness and amazement. For whom? For the reader and for the listener. It creates happiness not only to the person who is listening to the story. The reader, the teller of the story is also very happy when they narrate a story to somebody, right? It is very interesting to narrate a story to somebody. ಈ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸು. ಗಮನಿಸು means listen carefully or read carefully. You read the story carefully. ಇದನ್ನು ನಿನ್ನ ಗೆಳೆಯರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳು. So after reading or listening to this story, what you have to do? You have to tell the story to your friends. Okay, will you do that? Yes. Now let's move on to the story. What is the story about? Who is the story about? It is about Bhageeratha, a mythological person, a mythological story. This is a mythological story, a story from our Puranas. Okay, so let's begin the story. ಪುರಾಣ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಗೀರಥ ಎಂಬ ದೊರೆ ಇದ್ದನು. ಪುರಾಣ ಕಾಲ is ancient times. Dore is king. So in ancient time, there was a king by name Bhageeratha. ಅವನ 60,000 ಜನ ತಾತಂದಿರು ಕಪಿಲ ಮುನಿಯ ಕೋಪಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿ ಸುಟ್ಟು ಭಸ್ಮವಾಗಿದ್ದರು. 60 is 60, number 60. ಸಾವಿರ is 1000. Okay, ತಾತಂದಿರು is grandfathers. Muni is sage. Kopa is anger. Suttu bhasma is burned to ashes. So what has happened to his ancestors, his fathers, his grandfathers and forefathers? How many of them? 60,000 of his forefathers were burned to ashes by a sage by name Kapila. Okay, so these forefathers of Bhageeratha, they had come under the anger of sage Kapila and they were burned to ashes. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಲಭಿಸಬೇಕೆಂದು ಭಗೀರಥನು ಚಿಂತಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದನು. So he was worried. What was his worry? He was worried that he wanted to send his forefathers to Svarga. Svarga is heaven. So they were burnt to ashes, right? They had not gone to heaven. They did not die properly. So they were not in heaven. So he wanted to send them to heaven. He wanted to give them a sadgati, moksha. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದೇವಲೋಕದ ಗಂಗೆಯನ್ನು ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ತಂದು ಅವನ ತಾತಂದಿರ ಬೂದಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಹರಿಸಬೇಕೆಂದು ಜ್ಞಾನಿಯಾದ ಋಷಿಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಸೊ ದೇವರ್ ಜ್ಞಾನಿ is well read, scholarly. Rishi is sage. There were few well read scholarly sages, rishis, who told him that in order to give moksha to his forefathers, what he should do? He should get Gange from Devaloka. From Devaloka, he should get Gange to the earth. Okay, he should get that Gange from Devaloka to earth, and what he should do? The ashes, his forefathers' ashes is there, no? So the Ganga should flow on the ashes of his forefathers. When the Ganga flows on the ashes, they will attain moksha. They will attain Svarga, is what the Rishi Munis had told Bhageeratha. So he now has a solution, right? But is this solution attainable? Is this easy? No. ದೇವಲೋಕದ ಗಂಗೆಯನ್ನು ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ತರುವುದು ಅಸಾಧ್ಯವಾದ ಕೆಲಸವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅಸಾಧ್ಯ is impossible. ಕೆಲಸ is task. So getting the Gange from Devaloka to Bhumi, to our earth, was an impossible task. But ಆದರೆ ಭಗೀರಥ ತನ್ನ ನಿರ್ಧಾರದಿಂದ ಎಳ್ಳಷ್ಟೂ ಹಿಂದೆ ಸರಿಯಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿರ್ಧಾರ is decision. ಎಳ್ಳಷ್ಟು is a little. But Bhageeratha had made up his mind to give Sadgati to his forefathers. So now that is the decision he has taken. He is not going back from his decision a little also. He is not ready to compromise, thinking that this is a very difficult task. I can't achieve it. So let me just change my decision. No, he never thought like that. We all usually do that, right? So we would have taken a decision, we would have taken a thought of something, and when we know that that task is something very difficult to do, we usually walk back. We just say, oh, this is a difficult task, it cannot be done, oh, I can't do. We just give it up, right? But Bhageeratha was not a person who would give up easily. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಕಷ್ಟವಾದರೂ ಗಂಗೆಯನ್ನು ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ತಂದೇ ತರುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ತಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಕುಳಿತ. ಕಷ್ಟ is difficulty, tapassu is penance. So he decided to sit and do his penance. However difficult it might be, I will bring Gange from the Devaloka to earth. He decided and he started doing tapassu. Tapassu is penance. So how did he do his tapassu? ಬಾಯಾರಿಕೆ, ಹಸಿವು, ನಿದ್ರೆಯನ್ನು ಮರೆತ. So he was not at all, he never cared about his thirst, hunger or sleep. He did not drink water, he did not eat anything, he did not sleep. He forgot everything. Mareta is forgot everything. ಬಿಸಿಲು, ಮಳೆ, ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿಯನ್ನು ಸಹಿಸಿಕೊಂಡ. ಸೊ not only that, he also sat in the sun, hot sun, bisilu. Male is he sat in the rain. Birugadi is storm. He did not even care for the sun, the rain, or even the storm. He he continued to do his penance in spite of all this. And how long did he do the penance? ಅನೇಕ ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಠಿಣ ತಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ. So it is not 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 months. He did this penance for many, many years. Okay. So this penance was a tough. Kathina is tough, right? With all this difficulties, he did a very tough penance. And for that, ಅನೇಕ ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಠಿಣ ತಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಮೆಚ್ಚಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷಳಾದ ಗಂಗೆ. So now after many years, his tough penance, his penance is answered. Who has come? Gange herself is pleased now. Mechi is pleased. She is pleased and she has appeared. Pratyaksha is appeared. Gange is pleased by his penance and appeared before him. And what did she say? ನಿನ್ನ ಇಚ್ಛೆಯಂತೆ ನಾನು ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಧುಮುಕುತ್ತೇನೆ. So she is saying, according to your wish, ಇಚ್ಛೆ is wish, ಧುಮುಕುತ್ತೇನೆ is I will leap, I will come down to earth. Okay, according to your wish, I am ready to come down to earth. ಆದರೆ ನನ್ನ ರಭಸವನ್ನು ತಡೆಯುವವರು ಯಾರು? But who is going to control my force? I am very forceful. Force. Rabhasa is force. Tadeyuvaru is control. So she is saying, who will be able to control my force? I will come down with great force. So she is asking him a question now. She is ready to come, but she has a problem. What is Bhageeratha going to do now? Let's see. ಚಿಂತಾಕ್ರಾಂತನಾದ ಭಗೀರಥ ಮತ್ತೆ ತಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಕುಳಿತ. ಚಿಂತಾಕ್ರಾಂತ is worried. Worried Bhageeratha is sitting for tapassu again. Okay. So now what happens? ಆಗ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದೇವ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷನಾದ. So many years pass and now who has come? Brahmadeva has come. He has appeared before him. ಭಗೀರಥನ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಗೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮದೇವನು ಮೆಚ್ಚಿ. Now Bhageeratha's prayer, Brahmadeva is also pleased listening to Bhageeratha's prayer. Prarthane is prayer. So now he says, ಶಿವನನ್ನು ಕುರಿತು ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡು ಎಂದು ಸಲಹೆ ನೀಡಿದ. So this Brahma is not giving him anything. He just says, it's better you do your tapas and please Lord Shiva. He just gives him a suggestion. Okay. So now again, ಅದರಂತೆ ಭಗೀರಥ ತಪಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಮುಂದುವರೆಸಿದ means continued. So now again Bhageeratha is continuing his penance. ಅವನ ಕಠಿಣ ತಪಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಮೆಚ್ಚಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷನಾದ ಶಿವ. ಫೈನಲಿ ಶಿವ has come. ನಿನ್ನ ಧೈರ್ಯ, ಭಕ್ತಿ, ದೃಢ ಸಂಕಲ್ಪವನ್ನು ಮೆಚ್ಚಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಧೈರ್ಯ is bravery. Bhakti is devotion. ದೃಢ ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ is determination, persistence. So this Shiva, Lord Shiva is saying, see, I'm very happy with your bravery. You're very brave to do this kind of, tough tapas. Bhakti, he is also very devoted and very devoted to Lord Shiva. Dhrida Sankalpa is determination, persistence. He is not given up at all. All these years, his determination is so strong, it is not come down at all, right? So he says, Lord Shiva, I am very happy with all this. ಧುಮ್ಮಿಕ್ಕುವ ಗಂಗೆಯನ್ನು ತಡೆದು ನಾನು ಶಿರದಲ್ಲಿ ಧರಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. Now I am ready to wear Ganga on my head. Shira is head. So he says, I am ready to hold her. Tadedu is control her, tie her up in my head. ಗಂಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಶಿರದಿಂದ ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಇಳಿದು ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಹಿಂಬಾಲಿಸುವಳು. ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೈ ಹರ್ ಅಪ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಹೆಡ್, ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಹೇರ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಡೌನ್ ಟು ಭೂಮಿ, ಅರ್ತ್. ನನ್ನ ಶಿರದಿಂದ ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಇಳಿದು, ಶಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಡೌನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೈ ಹೆಡ್ ಟು ಭೂಮಿ. And what she will do? She will follow you. Himbalisu is follow. She will follow you. She will come behind you. Take her wherever you want, he said. Now finally his prayer, his penance is answered, right? So now we think that finally his penance is over and he has achieved his goal. No, there is one more obstacle here. Let's see what it is. Okay. ಅಂತೆಯೇ ಭೋರ್ಗರೆಯುತ್ತ ಧುಮ್ಮಿಕ್ಕಿತ ಗಂಗೆಯನ್ನು ಶಿವನು ಜಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಡೆದು ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಹರಿಯಬಿಟ್ಟನು. ಸೊ ಗಂಗಾ ವಾಸ್ ಭೋರ್ಗರೆಯುವುದು means flow very forcefully, like how a waterfall is there, no? You must have seen a waterfall. It flows very forcefully, with great force from height. So that is called as Bhageeratha. So likewise Gange, she just flew, she came down to earth with great force. But Shiva tied her up in her hair, in his hair. Jate is hair. So the knot in the hair. Shiva has a knot in his hair, right? So he ties her up. And what happens? Gange ರಭಸದಿಂದ ಹರಿಯುವಾಗ, so but still she is still very forcefully flowing. Rabhasa is force. He is wearing it, Shiva is wearing Ganga, but still she has force. So when she was flowing, ಜಹ್ನು ಮಹರ್ಷಿಯ ಆಶ್ರಮ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಯಿತು. She had to pass through one ashram. Which ashram? Jahnu Maharshi's, sage Jahnu's ashram. Jahnu is the name of a sage. So while flowing, Ganga had to pass through Jahnu sage's ashram. So due to her force, what happened? The ashram got washed away. Kochikondo is washed off. The ashrama was washed off. ಇದರಿಂದ ಕೋಪಗೊಂಡ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಯು ಗಂಗೆಯನ್ನು ಒಂದೇ ಗುಟುಕಿಗೆ ಕುಡಿದು ಬಿಟ್ಟನು. So what happened? The Maharshi, the sage, is very angry that his ashrama is destroyed. So what he does? He gulp. Gutuku is gulp. Kudidu is drank. So he drank Ganga in one gulp. See how strong that Maharshi is, right? So he drank the whole of Ganga in just one gulp. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳ ನಂತರವೂ ಗಂಗೆ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. Now who is sad? Bhageeratha. Because after all this effort, prayatna is attempts, so many attempts, so much of effort, he somehow got Ganga down, but now again there is an obstacle. He is not able to achieve his goal still. So ಆದರೂ ಭಗೀರಥ ಎದೆಗುಂದದೆ, but even now Bhageeratha is not losing hope. See, he did not lose hope. ಜಹ್ನು ಮಹರ್ಷಿಯನ್ನು ತನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಯಿಂದ ಮೆಚ್ಚಿಸಿದ. Now again he is praying to Jahnu Maharshi, and Jahnu Maharshi is pleased with his prayers. ತನ್ನ ಪಿತೃಗಳ ಸದ್ಗತಿಗಾಗಿ ಭಗೀರಥ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮೆಚ್ಚಿ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಗಂಗೆಯನ್ನು ತನ್ನ ಕಿವಿಯಿಂದ ಹರಿಯಲು ಬಿಟ್ಟನು. So the Maharshi, the Jahnu Maharshi is happy to know that Bhageeratha is doing so much to give sadgati, to give moksha to his ancestors. Pitru is ancestor. Sadgati is to attain moksha. So he is doing so much to for his ancestors, moksha, sadgati, right? So Jahnu Maharshi was happy to know his efforts. So what did he do? ಗಂಗೆಯನ್ನು ತನ್ನ ಕಿವಿಯಿಂದ ಹರಿಯಲು ಬಿಟ್ಟನು. Jahnu Maharshi is drank Ganga now, right? Ganga is in his tummy now. So he has to let Ganga out. How did he leave her out? He left her through his ears. Kivi is ear. Okay, so he left Ganga through his ears. So that is why there is another name for Gange. It is Jahnavi. You must have heard. Jahnavi is the another name for Ganga, because she came out from Janu Maharshi's ears. She is also known as Jahnavi. Okay. ಅಂತೂ ಭಗೀರಥ ಗಂಗೆಯನ್ನು ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ತರಲು ಮಾಡಿದ ಸಾಹಸಕ್ಕೆ ಫಲ ದೊರೆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲಿ ಅಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಭಗೀರಥ is got the final result, right? Good. Phala is fruit or result. Sahasa is adventure. So what all adventure he did, and finally he has a result in his hand. He has achieved something from all his efforts. ಭಗೀರಥನ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಯನ್ನು ಮನ್ನಿಸಿ ಹಿಂಬಾಲಿಸಿದ ಗಂಗೆ ಹರಿದು ಅವನ ತಾತಂದಿರ ಬೂದಿಯನ್ನು ತೊಯ್ದಳು. So now finally what was the intention? Why did Bhageeratha bring her to he had to make her flow over the ashes of his forefathers, right? So she flew over the ashes of his forefathers. Toidalu is soaked the ashes. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಲಭಿಸಿತು. So as soon as she soaked the ashes, his forefathers, they all attained Svarga. Svarga means heaven. They all attained moksha. ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಅಡ್ಡಿ ಆತಂಕಗಳು ಬಂದರೂ ಭಗೀರಥ ಎದೆಗುಂದದೆ ತನ್ನ ದೃಢ ಸಂಕಲ್ಪದಿಂದ ಅಂದುಕೊಂಡ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಸಾಧಿಸಿದ. ಸೊ ಅಡ್ಡಿ ಆತಂಕ is hurdles, obstacles. So how many ever hurdles and obstacles he might have got, Bhageeratha never lost hope. Edegundade. Did he ever lose hope, or did he feel sad, or did he stop his attempts? No. He was persistent, Dhrida Sankalpa, persistent and determined to continue his attempts, to continue his efforts, right? So finally he karya is task, achieved, sadhisida is achieved. Finally he achieved whatever he wanted to achieve. So this is the lesson. So what is the message we have from this lesson? Persistence. If we are persistent with our efforts, if we are determined to achieve something, we will achieve whatever obstacles, how many ever obstacles we may face. Determination is what we need to achieve our goals. So that is the lesson we can learn from our Bhageeratha, right? So this is the story. I hope you all love the story, and as I told you, it will be very nice if you can narrate the story to your parents or your brother or your sister or to your friends. We'll see how you interestingly narrate the story. Okay, so and let me know in the feedback in the comment section how you felt and whether you understood the story. You please let me know. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. It will help you get all the notifications on the newly uploaded videos. So it will help me also to make more efficient and effective videos. So thank you for all your support. See you in the next video soon. Thank you very much.